Okay, hi everyone. I feel very proud today that I am here with another big guy. We got Mr. Anil Sachdev. Anil Sachdev, welcome on board, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, with due respect, he's worked in really big companies, set up his own company. He was the founding member of Eicher Consulting. In fact, if you guys don't know, Eicher is one of the biggest automobile companies in the country, sir.
Sure.
Okay, and then he made his own company, and then now he's been imparting leadership to various companies. There are succession planning. There have been multiple companies like Tata, G's, etc. of the world where Sir has played a major role. Why I've got him on board, sir? You must have interviewed a lot of IIT IIM guys in your recent past. How was it? I mean, if you throw a number to it.
Well, thousands.
Thousands. Okay, that's great. Sir, all these people who are listening to me, they're aspiring for great business schools like IIM Ahmedabad, SPJ in Bombay, Soil Business School, ISB. Sir has been a trainer at ISB as well, Kelly School of Business as well. I want your inputs today. Like, tell them clearly what are the few things which are required to crack any interview. Like why they're asked, like, tell me something about yourself, weakness, strength, all these things. So over to you, sir. When this guy is sitting in front of an interview panelist like you, how to answer questions?
The most important thing is the way you tell your story. All your life is a story. The way you share the narrative of your life defines who you are. People are looking for reasons why you made certain choices. People are defined by their choices. Why did you choose a certain stream of education? Why did you choose a particular school and not another school?
Right.
Why did you join a particular organization and why did you leave it? And what are you aspiring for now? What is most important to you now? So people want to understand, and even if you haven't got a structure in your life because you've just gone from one thing to the other, how authentically do you present that?
True that, true. So it's like art of storytelling, if I would say, it's very important.
Absolutely.
Even if you've done like BMS, BCon, coming to a management, your story should be sorted.
Yes, because all of life is just a story.
Great.
And the way you narrate your story is the most important thing that defines who you are.
Is it like bringing emotions into that works, or is it like having a chronological order into that work? What would you like as a panelist?
It is the most, what I would like is authenticity.
Okay.
When the person speaks, when the person communicates through eyes and body language, what the person speaks and what the person leaves unsaid, all that is important.
Okay. So the non-verbal movements, the people who have like things which you unsaid are also very important. So great. So art of storytelling is in place, an emotional connect or the way you comprehend your story, that's very important. Is it why the first question asked in the interview is tell me something about yourself is asked for this reason itself?
Yes, you see, the most important part of any talent assessment is to understand the way the person communicates, because communication really defines relationships. The way you relate is based on the way you communicate, and people are trying to understand how is this person listening, how is this person responding, how much is the person comprehending, how much is the person really fully present right now. Because 80% of success in life is linked to how people communicate, and therefore this is the most important part of this question, and this is just an excuse. Tell me something about yourself as an excuse to understand the person.
That's lovely. So point number 2, the major point for the day, art of storytelling, is communication. So there's the Stanford research which you're talking about,
Yes.
which says
Yes.
80% of the interviews.
Yes, Stanford research, you can Google it and read about that, did research over many years, and they found that 80% of success in life is because of the way you communicate and the soft skills. It's only 20% that is attributed to your technical and functional and domain skills.
That's lovely. So guys, art of storytelling, communication. So what's number 3? I personally feel it's like the fear before an interview. Like I still remember I got through Wipro, that was my first company, that got through GE. Like I was kind of trembling, with the fear. And these guys who are listening to us, you guys can comment. I mean, you've been traveling in your past life as well. So is fear normal? It's part of the interview, or?
Fear happens anytime you feel you are being evaluated, and then you are reminded of many things about your past, because somewhere your teachers or the family or parents may have reminded you and created the fear in your heart, like fear of failure, fear of criticism, fear of ambiguity, fear of lack of time and resources, fear that you are not good enough. These kinds of things have developed at an early stage because of the kind of teaching and parenting we have done.
Right.
Now, life is about saying at any point in life you can get rid of this conditioning and you can get rid of these fears and truly embrace who you are, which is beyond your fears. There is this wonderful person inside you that you must love for yourself. If you love yourself, your confidence will go up and no fear will enter your heart.
Excellent. So number 3 is fear, and number 4, what sir just brought, it's like words of wisdom coming in front of you guys, which is like be yourself.
Yes,
Right.
absolutely.
In an interview, I was meeting sir, so he could read me out. I was just chatting with him. He said, I can make out with the facial expression that are you understanding me or not? How cool is it? And if you can read me out like 10 minutes before you met, and you guys, if you're sitting in front of an IIM or a soil interview or SPJ in Bombay, they've got 30 minutes to gauge you out, right? In all different parameters. Great. So the next question is like, if you move towards more in the interviews, we cover tell me something about yourself. They always ask one question, what's your strength? What's your weakness? So I'm sure if you ask me, I'm going to fake it, like my weakness is this, my strength is this. So
Yeah, I think basically if I am truly an interviewer that wants to truly learn, I like to understand how this person learns from the past. When the strength or weakness is related to something that happened in the person's life and what did the person learn through introspection? Or is the person aware of how he is coming across to others or she is coming across to others, because she may be giving certain signals which make the people wonder about who she is. So how much is she aware of herself and her presence and what her thoughts are, her body language is, her emotions are. That's what we call reflection. And the third part is in strengths and weaknesses, I'm curious about how much people have that curiosity to learn themselves. Because you can have a very prepared answer, the standard answer, these are my strengths and weaknesses, but you can game it, but most good interviewers will read through that. So they want to really understand the way you introspect, the way you reflect about yourself, and the way you have the ability without any inhibition to get into the flow. Do you find it easy to get into flow, or are you trying to pretend to be somebody who you are not? So my advice is be absolutely authentic, love yourself, have a story about yourself, learn from every experience that you have, and talk about how you really care about what you take responsibility for. Always have that, and of course, a sense of humor always helps.
Sense of humor.
It always helps in an interview.
Okay, lovely. This is a new point. So point number 5 is introspection, reflect, think about yourself, what you've done, how you can link to the story, guys. The next and the last is sense of humor. I remember giving my interview in Mica, and they told me to crack a joke in the interview. I cracked a joke, maybe I'll tell in some other video, but how to bring sense of humor. I'm giving an interview and I'm really scared that guys as experienced as you, head founded ISIL Consulting, a great guy, like I'm also a little bit nervous when I'm taking sir's interview, but how to bring in humor in that?
Yeah, if you have the ability to laugh at yourself, including the fact that you are nervous, you can laugh at yourself. And if you can laugh with others and at yourself, I think it puts everybody at ease. And you can say, and also, if you find that the interview is going absolutely in a different direction where all your weaknesses are coming out, you may even take the courage to tell the interviewer that so far you have asked me questions about things I don't know.
Yeah.
How about you're asking me about things that I care about and I know? So if you can steer the interview towards that, that gives you a chance to be at your best. And you can tell the interviewer, see, you can spend 30 minutes in trying to find out my strengths. And that would be a good use of my time and I would be able to demonstrate that. But you can spend much more time in trying to find out what my weaknesses are. And then you will ask me all questions that I don't have answers to.
That's so amazing. It's going to bring a point of fun, humor in the whole activity, and you can drive. And it's like, I tell them, like, be in the driver's seat. It's like telling, stop, this is not the way you should be going, this is the way you should be going. That's so lovely, sir. These 6 pointers are really amazing. People who are listening to me, if you want me to get this guy, with due respect, or come on board with me, do comment in the channel as in, and I'm going to do a series of videos with sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much. Thank you. All the best. All the best to all of you. Take care.
Press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update from Cat King.